Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siyasat English News. I am Eman Umar. The Telangana Recognized School Management Association had appealed to the government to open the schools and safeguard the education sector. The district chairman Uma Maheshwar Rao have said that if the government does not take timely steps, many private schools will be forced to shut down, which will lead to profound loss of teachers and students. Speaking at Somajiguda Press Club, Rao said, in quote, "For the past 18 months, the salaries of the teachers are not paid as the students are not attending the online classes and their parents are not paying the fees. The government was paying 2000 rupees and 25 kg of rice to the teachers, but it has stopped the aid since last month." She said that she had appealed to the government to continue the aid to the teachers till the schools are open. A large number of people assembled at Indraveli in Telangana's Adilabad district on Monday for the public meeting held by the opposition Congress to highlight the alleged injustice being meted out to Dalits and tribals in the state. More than 1 lakh people participated in the Dalita Girijana Atma Gaurava Dandora public meeting, which is the first major show of strength by the Congress after A. Revant Reddy took over as the Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee President. Revant Reddy, along with other party leaders and a large number of party workers, left for Indraveli in a procession from party headquarters Gandhi Bhavan in Hyderabad. The aspirations with which Telangana was formed had not been fulfilled due to the wrong policies of K. Chandrasekhar Rao, the Congress leader has said. Revant Reddy said injustice was done to Dalits, tribals, backward classes, minorities, and other weaker sections during the last 7 years. He claimed that only Congress can ensure justice to all sections of society. Chief Secretary Sumesh Kumar today informed that Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao will hoist the national flag at 10:30 in the morning at Golconda Fort on the occasion of Independence Day on 15th of August. He asked the officials to make elaborate arrangements on the occasion in a befitting manner. Chief Secretary held a meeting with the officials at BRKR Bhavan and reviewed the arrangements. The police department has been asked to make proper bandobast arrangements as well as fine-tuning of traffic management so as to ensure that no inconvenience is caused to the public. Similarly, the road and building department was directed to provide all necessary infrastructure at the venue. Masks and sanitizers have to be provided by the health department in sufficient numbers in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. The cultural department has been instructed to mobilize cultural troops in large numbers which should depict the rich cultural heritage of Telangana state. All India Majlis-e-Ittehadul Muslimin Chief Asaduddin Owaisi has given adjournment motion notice in Lok Sabha on Monday over the Mahapanchayat held to oppose the construction of Hajj House in Delhi's Dwarka. He further said that at the Mahapanchayat, speeches were made and slogans rose against Muslim citizens, and it is important to adjourn the business to discuss this matter because Delhi has witnessed communal violence just last year. He slammed the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and said that on Sunday, slogans were raised at Jantar Mantar against Muslims, which is 20 minutes away from the Prime Minister's residence. All India Majlis-e-Ittehadul Muslimin Chief also criticized the Delhi police for not taking action against the people who raised slogans against Muslims at the Jantar Mantar. According to Delhi police sources, an FIR has been registered against unknown persons after a video emerged showing inflammatory slogans being raised at Jantar Mantar during a march for colonial laws and make uniform laws yesterday. India's Olympic medal winners were accorded a grand welcome by the government in a dazzling felicitation ceremony here on Monday, with Sports Minister Anurag Thakur saying that their journey is an incredible story of resilience and sporting excellence. Gold medal winning javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra was the cynosure of all eyes in the ceremony at a 5-star hotel here, held a couple of hours after the 7 podium finishers made their way out of the airport amid utter chaos. At the felicitation ceremony, they were presented mementos and shawls by the minister. Both the bronze-winning men's hockey team and 4th-place finishing women's team cut cakes after arriving at the hotel. While Neeraj Chopra added the golden sheen to the campaign, the silver medals came from weightlifter Mirabai Chanu and wrestler Ravi Kumar Dahiya. The bronze medals, apart from the men's hockey team, were claimed by boxer Lavlina Burgoyne, shuttler PV Sindhu, and wrestler Bajrang Punia. A vaccine used to treat tuberculosis since the last 100 years may help prevent the risk of COVID 19 infections in older adults, according to a study by the Indian Medical Research Council. Bacillus calmette-guerin or BCG is considered to be one of the most broadly used vaccines in the world, with around 130 million infants receiving this vaccine every year. There is improved interest in BCG vaccination of elderly population, especially in countries with a high number of reported COVID-19 cases. Previous studies have reported that BCG vaccination may confer protection against respiratory tract infections involving viral infections. The new study published in the journal Science Advances suggests that BCG could potentially act to inhibit the biomarkers of inflammation by the immune cells in the blood. The Moon Sighting Committee of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia announced that the first day of Muharram 1443 Hijri will be on Tuesday, 10th of August 2021. The committee said the crescent moon, which marks the beginning of the new Islamic year 1443 Hijri, has not been seen in Saudi Arabia on Sunday evening. Accordingly, Monday the 9th of August 2021 will be the last of the Islamic year 1442 Hijri and the 30th day of the month Zil Hijjah. Muharram marks the beginning of the Islamic New Year or the Hijri New Year. The Islamic calendar, also known as the Hijri calendar, is a lunar calendar consisting of 12 months beginning with Muharram and ending with Zul Hijjah. Each month starts with the sighting of the new moon. The calendar has been observed for more than 1440 years and is used to date important Islamic events including the start of Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr and the beginning of the Hajj. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.